that kind of person that in our real world is like an outcast. That's the kind of woman that, other women, they will hide their husbands from because she's a professional, you know, husband snatcher, if you get what I mean. But you see, that same woman, Jesus used her past, for the praise and glory of his name. I understand that a number of us, we don't want to talk about our past because there are lots of ugly things, not so pleasant things that has happened in the past that we just want to, leave it behind, forget about it. We don't want to remember it. We just want to look forward, just to live in the present, think of the future and everything. But I have come to tell you, that God does not discard our past. Instead, he uses it. All those things that has happened in your past, they are like your CV. How you want to look for a job, you're trying to get a job. There is something the employer has to see that will make the person feel that you are qualified for the job. I mean, this person doesn't know you. He doesn't know your abilities except what you tell him that you can do. And this has to be reflected in the CV, your resume that you present to him. So you see that those past of yours, those experiences, those things that has happened to you in the past, good, bad, and ugly, they are like your CV. And you see all these things, because our God doesn't waste, he doesn't waste resources. They are like what he uses to the praise and glory of his name. Do you understand? I know that there are some certain things that has happened to you in life that makes you feel unqualified. You feel like, it's not me. God does not use the like of me. Do you know what I have done? Do you know what I have gone through? Me? How can God? Now I want to share with you a story from the Bible. You see, there's this woman I love so much in the Bible. He has quite a CV. He has it. She has it. I'm talking about none other but the Samaritan woman. That woman at the well. Yes, that one that had about 5 husbands. And Jesus was even telling her that the present one she was, living with, that one she was shagging right now, is not. Is not her husband. That one, that kind of person that in our real world is like an outcast. That's the kind of woman that, other women, they will hide their husbands from because she's a professional, husband snatcher, if you get what I mean. But you see, that same woman, Jesus used her past, for the praise and glory of his name. Now, if you look at the book of John chapter 4, we were made to know that Jesus was going to Judea and then he needed to pass through Samaria. And there is a reason why he needed to pass through Samaria, if you get what I mean. Now, knowing fully well that, you see, the Samaritans and the Jews, they have nothing in common. In fact, they don't talk to each other. But Jesus needed to take, this good news to Samaritan. And then he needed somebody. Now, the story pans out. We saw that Jesus was by the well and this woman was also there. And then, to break the ice, Jesus started talking to her and was like, I need to drink. Can you give me water to drink? And the woman was like, you, a Jew, asking me for water? Is it not you, Jew? Are you not the people that said that, oh, you don't want to have anything to do with us Samaritans? Are you not the ones feeling like you are holier than us? Why are you talking to me? Asking me to give you water. And then Jesus answered and said, if only you know who is talking to you, you would drink. This person talking to you is living water. When you drink, you will thirst no more. And the woman was like, you know rich. Do you have anything to draw water? Do you think you have what it takes to draw from this well? They were just going on. And eventually, Jesus was able to get through to her. And then she understood it. That the water we're talking about here is not just the physical water. Now, guess what happened? You see, this woman, the people she committed this sin with, they are the men. Because of course, if someone is marrying, people's husband, getting married to this, is not doing it with herself. Definitely she had partners, and all these partners, they were men. Now guess who the first set of people she carried the news to? She went into the town and then she spoke to these men about Jesus. He said, come and see the man that told me everything about me. Because she had this skill. She already had these, social skills with men. And I'm sure that probably the women in the town, they were not her friends. They don't want to relate with her because of her reputation, because of what she was known for. So she had, a very good relationship with the men. And guess what she did? She carried this good news to the men, said, come and see a man that told me everything, everything about me. And then she warned these people. The Bible recorded that some of these men, they believed in Jesus because of what she told them. And some other, they believed in Jesus because they heard Jesus speak. What am I trying to say is that, there's so many things that happen to us in life that makes us to feel undeserving of God's love. But you see, this God's love is for everybody. It's for everybody. It's promiscuous enough to accept everyone. But then it's powerful to change you when you encounter the love of God. It doesn't leave you the way you are. I'm sure that this woman went ahead, to become a better person because he encountered the living water. So I've come to urge you today. Don't let your past make you feel like, oh, you're a failure. Don't let your past make you feel like, oh, you are ugly. There is nothing beautiful about your life. I want to tell you that you see that past, if you allow God, He can use it for the praise and glory of His name. God doesn't waste resources. Instead, God uses them. I know that the past, may not be something that you like to remember. But I encourage you, allow God to use your past for the praise and glory of His name, so that your future, when you remember everything, you'll be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. It is worth it at the end of the day.